Hello.
Это Тошен, он провел в Индии 30 лет, и сейчас я ему задам несколько вопросов. So, Toshen, when did you come to Arambol first time?
Oh, about 30 years ago. Probably.
What was it like?
Oh, it was very sleepy then. There was only two little restaurants. Actually, one restaurant and one shop that made you could get some snacks. Not a real restaurant, then actually. And there was no hotels or anything. There was the local people. They would rent you out their bedroom and they go sleep somewhere else or something like that. And that was the accommodation. Then.
Why would people come then?
Oh, then because it was very, very pristine. It was not spoiled by tourism. It was difficult to get there because you had to cross a river with the boat. There were almost no cars, and it was very free. I mean, you could do anything you wanted then. So.
But do you still like Arambol? It has changed a lot.
Yeah, but change is natural. Changes in everything changes. We change too. So. I kind of like the developments. You cannot stop change. Change is natural in life. So now it's very bustling, lots of people. But it's so big. The ocean is still beautiful. The palm trees are still beautiful. Enormous beaches, very good climate, and the people, they're still very friendly.
But people are also changing, right? There was some wave of Israelis. Now there is lots of Russians.
Yeah, they all kind of people come through. Before it was the English and the German people. Then there was all of a sudden lots and lots of Israelis that made a lot of noise, and now it's mixed. It's almost no Israelis. About 40% say English, German, French, and about 60% Russian, I would say. So.
And when did Russia?
Actually, and I like it like this. It's a very nice international mix. So it's very interesting. So.
But when did the Russians come massively?
Oh, they started coming about maybe 6 years ago, or 7 years ago. When the economic situation got better in Russia, then they all of a sudden they had money to spare, and India's cheap for them, and easy to get a visa and easy to get along with the Indian people. A lot of Russians they came and. They set up little businesses like restaurants and nightclubs and cafes. I mean, it's a very good and very safe place to be for people that have children also. And a lot of Russian people that come here with their children. There's nothing dangerous on the beach. The water is not deep at all. People watch out for each other. The Indian people, they're absolutely fantastic with children. So it's very safe. You can let your children run on the beach, and you're sure nothing's going to happen to them. So.
But do you like actually Russian tourists?
Well, there's no common Russian tourist. There's people that behave a little bit like Borises, we call them. They're a little bit brutish, and the Indian people they don't like him that much either, because one thing you should never do in India is not being unpolite or scream at them or something like that. Everything is very rounded, very polite. You don't lose your temper. You don't scream at people and things like that. So but most Russian people they seem to understand that by now. If you're polite and smile and whatever, then they treat you they treat you the same way as you treat them. If you're nice to them, they're nice to you. So very easy, you know. So, but it's very important to stay polite at all times.
Do you have a lot of experience with like talking to Russian people?
Yeah, sure.
So they speak good English.
Well, no, no, very, you know. There's only I say maybe 10% that speaks, you know, conversational English. The rest of them, you know, you get by you know, hand and foot and lots of gestures and stuff like that. But no. There's most of them have I think have studied studied English because they can read a menu or something, but they cannot talk, or it's very hard for them to communicate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And but if they maybe you can give some advice. Is it good? Why would they study English? Why would it be good for them?
Well, if wherever you go, if you want to have a good meal, or you want to ask where the good places are, or you want to you know, order exactly what you want in a restaurant, so it's not too spicy or it's not too sweet, or the food is not cold, or you know, you can.
There's no cockroaches in your food.
No, not like that. But yeah. Then you have to at least speak a little bit, and the Indian people, they kind of get a little impolite when you at some point you cannot communicate with them, because they're very communicative themselves. So they like it. They will help you. They try everything, but you have to speak a little English.
And is it useful? Is it any useful to speak the local language?
No, not. Local language is konkani, and a lot of people that work there, they actually come from other parts of India. They don't even speak the local language themselves. It's nice if you speak a few words Hindi, because that means you're interested in the culture. It also tells them, oh, this guy has been here before. We cannot ask him too high prices, you know. Things like that, you know, they basically like it. As long as you speak 3-4 words, you say hello, how are you, and how much this cost, and you know, they melt, you know, they like it.
So what the general recommendation is good English and a few words in Hindi to make it to be a successful tourist in Goa.
No, you know, average English, that you at least know how to ask the way, where is this, how much things cost, this costs too much, you be able to, you know, to count, to ask the way, to ask the time.
You get any discounts if you speak English?
Well, if you don't speak English, everything is twice as expensive. So, I mean, they take advantage. I mean, everybody in India expects you to bargain, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's the nature of India. Everything is bargained. In Russia, they're not used they're not used to bargain. Or they don't know how to do it because they don't speak English, so they pay much high prices. They pay twice, they pay double the price. You know?
Okay, thanks a lot for the interview.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.